Good evening, everyone. I am resuming from the previous two videos I uploaded, and first off, I want to say my everlasting praises to God for carrying us through these years of hardships. And I really want to say wholeheartedly thanks to my mom for always being a source of inspiration and strength to me, and to the people that we met along our journey that helped us see the light at the end of the tunnel. To pick up from where we left off, a gentleman that was recommended to us named Mr. Campbell was actually a music consultant, and he recommended to us legal aid lawyers to assist us in our crisis within the summer of 2023. And along working with them, and as the months passed, we realized that there was some issues because upon us trying to defend ourselves and being honest while sending our emails to the executor on the situation of what we were going through and basically the truth, right? And we usually forward these emails to them. They would say that it was harsh, even though we were very professional with what we were saying and we weren't being out of bounds with what we were saying. It was just the truth and the situation. And that's when we realized that this wouldn't really be a very steady road working with them. And it was very, very shocking to know that government lawyers have these kinds of views and morals. The two court hearings commenced in summer 2024, and that was when we finally decided that we should be able to make ourselves present in court, even though our situation was very not stable. And to make sure that we were present the best way we could, we were in the more rural areas of Manchester, unfortunately, because we had to leave from Kingston to that area to protect ourselves. And we decided that to make sure that we are present, because we didn't trust the information that we were getting from anyone, really. So we decided to make ourselves present in Kingston. And it still ended up being a Zoom meeting, but we were still within the headquarters while being on a Zoom meeting for the hearing. And the second hearing was when the Adca Legenda Bona was ruled by the judge, God bless her. And that was when certain things were finalized for me to be able to, be financially stable and my welfare being sought after, which was one of the main things we were defending, other than the case that I am speaking on right now. The judge has also warned the executor that he is not invincible and he should be following the law, because he can also be prosecuted for any illegal or anything wrongdoing regarding the estate, and that Maxine Stowe was denounced basically from the court proceedings and the estate in general. To make matters even more questionable, the lawyers did not show up for either of the hearings to represent us, and they have not contacted us ever since after the court hearings have proceeded and been completed. But nonetheless, upon this ruling, I finally would say had the green light to say that we could finally officially begin my CXC journey properly. So me and my mom, it took us a long time because of the Hurricane Beryl, but me and my mom finally got to go to an urban area within the parish that was much more closer to the evening program so that I could finish my CXCs in time. From that time period, there hasn't been much movement regarding Sister Jean's case or any updates really, which is very insane to me, because this is a prolonged case. This year makes 6 years since that has occurred. As of last year, though, there has been a protest that was held by the executor with several other people. I'm pretty sure family members and other notable people were there as well. It was actually done in front of the CIB, and it was also uploaded on his Instagram. But I have several points to make on this, because I don't think a protest would be necessary. If you are trying to launch an investigation, you would have to contact the officials to make it happen, to allow the investigation to happen. That's how I've seen all investigations have been launched. He also stated in an email that the Duane Park police station, which is the closest police station next to the community that she has disappeared from. I have to put this because with how everything is going, people don't just disappear, and this is an elderly lady. So disappear is a very unrealistic word in my case right now, because people don't just disappear. Something has to happen, right? And this, I would frankly say, is a case that is still open until we get answers. So according to the email that he sent, the Duane Park police says that the files are missing for her. That doesn't make sense. The unorganized nature of how the law deals with these kind of cases too, not even just for this case, but in general, and how they deal with the law and crimes is extremely embarrassing, and the family is not making this any better either. There is a pattern here, and it's pretty much there to see, because there hasn't really been any strong news or strong online presence and media presence when it comes on to this, even when they end up being in certain public spaces. And one thing I can definitely say pattern wise is that when it comes to the day she went missing or it's her birthday, they'll make a post and then dip, and it's like, where's the passion, where's the effort? And it's so even more disgusting because she raised them and their moms didn't care about them, and she was there for them. She is their mother figure from when they were tiny little kids, and they have no heart to say, we need to make sure that this is solved and this is resolved. If you're really not a part of it in any way, you have to do something. That's what I see families do. I'd frankly say this is even taken for as a joke. I say this more too because in an email that was sent by one of the older sisters in Jerry, well, I wouldn't say one of the emails, because frankly, throughout the years, I would say for a solid 3 years now, she had been the one sending multiple ranting emails, being very provocative and very dishonest, because even though she would call out the other siblings and say they did this and that, she had not made herself exempt from faults and very devious acts. Within that stream of incoherent rants, she randomly said, this is why Sister Jean ran away. Basically saying, you guys are the reason why Sister Jean ran away. Like the siblings or the family. And Miriam sent a thumbs up, and Candy sent laughing emojis, and Jerry sent a laughing emoji. What's funny about that? And what I found also very suspicious too was that within last year, as you will see on the screenshot here, that within the string of ranting emails that she had sent, the executor decided to say that she has opened an account with Maxine name on it, even though the court has denounced her. And also making a note too that last year, after Hurricane Melissa occurred, the executor also stated that he had lost contact with the law firm that was representing the beneficiaries suddenly, and that they have not contacted him since post Hurricane Melissa. And this would now be 3 times since the estate has to be represented by 3 different law firms. So that is something I'm definitely making note of, because this is a probate case and they usually do not take a while, but I see this will take a while because of the mismanagement, especially even with the older siblings too, knowing that they have been appointed and they were not doing what they were supposed to do. Just to sum up everything, these are the main chain of things that has happened regarding this case from my previous videos. And I would also like to make a note too that I did get to complete my CXCs and got very favorable results last year. And I'm actually awaiting my math exam because I had to do a retake because I actually wanted to get a very solid grade so that when I'm going into tertiary education, it's much easier for me to get into very reasonable and applicable universities or colleges. Thank you to all that have listened and care about this case, and I dearly pray for Sister Jean and Dad's case to be granted with justice because they truly do not deserve this. I have not gotten much time with her because, as you know, I'm the youngest. I haven't gotten much time with her comparing to the eldest ones, but with the little moments that I had, I know she is a great person, and even knowing her history, I know that she is a very wonderful person. From knowing her history, she treats her family like gold and her stepkids like her own, and she does not deserve what has happened to her. It's chilling to not. I can't even imagine the situations I had to go through before she was announced as missing. And even for Dad too, he might not be perfect, but he's not a corrupt person, and I know that he could not tolerate any of this that's going on right now. None of it. I know that this case cannot be diminished, and I know that the perpetrators behind all of this, it could be my closest blood, it does not matter, but it has to be rightfully done by the law, that whosoever is in or behind this case that has caused her to go missing, they have to face the greatest amount of jail time, and justice has to be served.